This is the incredible Greek island of Santorini. Yassas, Kalispera, good afternoon. This is amazing Santorini Island and Kamari Beach. This is my 6th time to Santorini. It is, Yassas! So this is our last day in Greece. Tomorrow we have a flight to Rome, Italy. So going to soak it up as much as possible. We haven't filmed very much, just those few random clips that I filmed, and here is Anna. Hi. So she's going to get me jumping in the water.
Cool. Enjoy.
Oh, I forgot.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So this is the touristy scene along the beach here. We're just walking back to the car and then gonna go see more of Santorini. We have a little bit further to walk this way to take the...
I was thinking they were gonna right here. It says Irish pub. What do we have?
Yeah. Oh, but it's pointing this way, so that must be the one that we went to. Yeah. So that was where we had breakfast, Irish pub. So the breakfasts were a great deal, €8 and was it $7.50? But the drinks were insanely expensive. The mojito that I had was €10. Her coffee was €8, so it would have been a good deal otherwise. We hadn't checked the prices of the drinks. All right, so getting to the car and then go drive across Santorini, see some more of this amazing island. So, this is the famous Volcanic Caldera of Santorini. The original name for Santorini was Strogili. Strogili means round. It was round island because it was generally round. Now it has broken apart into multiple islands, not at all round, because of a massive volcanic eruption in around 1600 BC. And so where Anna and I are staying is in the town of Fira there, the white buildings hanging on top of that cliff there. And so this severe cliff here is all a result of the volcanic eruption. And on that note, when I arrived at Santorini this time, we came by ferry from Mykonos, then I realized there were 2 Greek islands I had not included in my list. And so I've actually increased the number of Greek islands that I've been to from 53 to 55. The reason is because once when I was here on Santorini Island, then I did a boat tour and we went to that right there, which is the lava spewing out of the sea as a result of the volcanic eruption, and then over the, I'm not sure how long, but probably centuries or millennia of it increasing in size. I think right after the eruption there was not an island there, and then that island was formed as a result of lava coming out of the volcano. And so that is a new island formed. And on the boat trip that I went on, then we stopped at that island and hiked around, and then afterwards we went to Theresia over there. And that is part of the old Strogili, the old Santorini island, but the eruption just blew it to pieces. And so that there would have been connected to the rest of the island, whereas in the middle that is a new island. But anyways, those are 2 islands that I hadn't counted. Speaking of the volcanic eruption in around 1600 BC, next we're going to Akrotiri. Here is a little village called Akrotiri, but there is the ancient archaeological site, which is a town that was here that was destroyed as a result of that eruption. So let's go to it. And so we're now at the prehistoric town of Akrotiri. Very much looking forward to seeing this. I've been wanting to see it for years. So it is a little bit of a Pompeii of Greece, in which there was the eruption and then the village destroyed. Apparently not many people died because there were signs of the impending eruption, and so they left the island. And if my voice sounds a little weird, no, my cold did not come back. It's just the salt water kind of gets in my nose sometimes. So, whoa, very, very interesting looking. So it was preserved because of the volcanic ash falling on it after the eruption. But I guess that it doesn't have the dead bodies element like Pompeii of the people who stayed hoping to ride out the, eruption of Vesuvius. and then that not, working in their favor. I'm not sure if anybody actually died during the eruption. Maybe that was not known. But anyways, whoa. Here it is, okay.
Bones. Also, maybe they have left. And they died by the tsunami.
Oh.
Nobody knows.
Because there were never any remains of humans from that eruption. Okay, I see. Thank you. So here's some of the history. The earliest evidence for human habitation of Akrotiri can be traced back as early as the 5th millennium BC, when it was a small fishing and farming village. By the end of the 3rd millennium, this community developed and expanded significantly. One factor for Akrotiri's growth may be the trade relations it established with other cultures in the Aegean, as evidenced in fragments of foreign pottery at the site. Akrotiri's strategic position on the primary sailing route between Cyprus and Minoan Crete also made it an important point for the copper trade. This all came to an end, however, in the 16th century BCE with the volcanic eruption of Thera. Thera is Santorini. There is a variety of dating evidence for the eruption, but its exact year is not known. Okay, so here it is. Around 3,600 years old. You were asking about if it was going to be a lot of walking around in the hot sun. I guess not. It's nice and shady. Yeah, me neither.
Oh, you know, I was waiting to go to Pompeii. It's in Naples.
It's a different part of Italy. It's more south. I went there like 2 years ago.
Okay.
It's really amazing, but
Oh yes, very to the south.
it's more in the south compared to Rome. We're flying to Rome tomorrow. Okay, so Cesti 3 is one of the large buildings of the settlement, which seem to have demarcated the waterfront zone. Waterfront zone? Oh, that's right. The sea is quite close here, yeah. It was 3-storied, with fronts of ashlar masonry and many rooms decorated with wall paintings in all stories. Wow. It must have been just absolutely gorgeous before it was obliterated. The wall paintings constitute a unique ensemble in the Aegean world, both for their artistic value and their thematic repertoire. In the ground floor, adorants advance towards the open-air shrine, while in the first story the scene of saffron gatherers ends with an offering to a seated divine female figure. A separate ensemble in the ground floor depicts naked boys. From the second story come large wall painting compositions with monumental blue and red spirals. Wow. So there is the prehistoric town of Akrotiri, and then right nearby you have the Red Beach, which is a really cool one. You have to walk to it, but then right down here is another beach that we're walking to. So here's a bus stop. You can easily catch buses all around the island, and here we have a map. We are here. Nea Kameni and Thracia, the two additional islands I got to add. We're staying there at Fira. In this video I showed some clips from a little church that we passed up on a hill that was around here. We were on our way to Ia. That was yesterday evening. Although they spell it O-I-A, I don't know why they do it, but it's pronounced Ia. And so that is the ultimate sunset point and one of the most photographic places in Greece and in the world. The classic, you know, white buildings and the sea and the crater cliff and all that. And then Kamari Beach is where I jumped in. The airport, where we will return the car and fly out tomorrow. And then Parissa is where I've stayed the most when I've been to Santorini. And then here is that beach. Oh, it's all rocky. I was thinking of another one. There's some other beach. This isn't very nice. There's another beach that I was thinking about that's different and better. So maybe we just go check out the Red Beach. So here is the parking for Red Beach, and here we have a really beautiful church. I love these ones that are like set against the cliff, and of course with the classic blue and white. Now my usual thing is that I will go to the door and see if it's open and try to go inside, but not going to do that here because it is a touristy spot and just don't want to be annoying. But you could. I don't mind being annoying when nobody else is around, I guess is the deal. And then it is a bit of a hike to Red Beach. I think it's pretty short, and we probably aren't going to actually go take a swim. It's getting a bit late. We're getting a little lazy. So we might just do the walk and see the beach from a viewpoint. This stuff is crazy to hike on. So it's a very short hike. I couldn't remember how much it was going to be. I think it is right down there. You can see all the red soil. And it is a popular one. Yep, there it is right there. So I guess you go up there and then down the trail right there. So what do you think? Do we just get the view and then go back? Did you want to lay down for a little bit, take a rest, or? I think I'm fine with just cruising on.
Yeah, me too.
Okay. So the Akrotiri archaeological site is right down there about a mile. And then we were leaving, came through the modern town of Akrotiri, and I saw something that I absolutely have to hike up. Look at that. Classic Acropolis with the white buildings, a modern white church, and what looks like a much older church on top. Let's go check it out. And I guess this is what it is, a Venetian castle. So Anna's going to wait in the shade while I do the hike in the hot sun. Okay, so which way to go? This way or this way? Let's give this a try. It's right there. Yeah, this has got to work. All right. This is just so classic. Greece, Cyclades, Santorini. These kinds of buildings, blue doors. Love it. Quite a church here. Oh man. Wow, this is really amazing. I've never heard about this particular spot before. Okay, there is the entrance into the castle. Venetian castle of Akrotiri. Amazing. I did not expect that it was going to be a castle. I just thought it was a couple of old churches. How cool. So much to see on this island. My 6th time here and never heard about this one. Oh wow, look at that view. Ultimate. Oh, just amazing. All right. A nice way to end the day. One more amazing viewpoint, historical monument, classic churches. Looks like this might be the way coming up the other direction, maybe. Okay, any open doors? Doesn't look like it. All right, now we're heading to the ultimate crater viewpoint of Santorini. So here once again is the volcanic crater of Santorini. Out there, Sira. End of that point there, Ia. Here, Nea McKenney Island in the middle, Thracia. Beyond and further is Sikanos, which is one of the only islands of the Cycladic Islands that I haven't been to yet, and I really want to go to, hopefully, my next trip. So there's a wedding happening here. Check it out. Christina and Patrick, 31st May 2024. That is today. It is in progress. Okay. Our car is parked right there. And so I have to tell a story. Many will have heard it before, but for those who haven't, back in 2009, I was here on Santorini for the second time, but it was only because of a mishap of sorts, which is that I was on Rhodes Island trying to go to Milos, and I had a ferry booked there, but the ferry broke down before we ever got on it, and they had to put us on another boat that left later that went to Santorini, and then there was another ship going the next day to Milos. So I had to stay here for a night here in Santorini, and I made the most of it, rented a motorbike or a quad or whatever, and cruised around. And at the end of the day, then I was coming back from this area over here, and I had to take a whiz. So I pulled off of a random road here just to, do what I had to do. And then while I was there, I saw this epic view, and so stopped to admire it for a little bit. And then I was looking that direction, and I saw a gravel path. And so I thought, well, let's go investigate. So many of you will know what's down that gravel path, but for those who don't, let's walk down it and find out. Anna is in the car going to join me now. So here is the path. and an absolutely amazing 360-degree view. And so the path continues, and when you get up over this little hill, there's something a little odd. Which is that the gravel path turns to proper steps. So that was, of course, intriguing. Okay, now I really got to keep going and see what's down here. And it's pretty easy to guess what's going to be down here based on, you know, my past videos of what I find all over Greece in very random places. And look at that. A beautiful little Greek, probably Orthodox church. And a really interesting viewpoint here through this hole. So the first few times that I came here, there was nobody here. And then I came back, I guess my last time that I was on Santorini, I think 2 or 3 years ago, and there was a number of people around. So word has gotten out. Likely there will be some people here later as the sun is getting closer to setting. Hopefully my videos didn't play a role in that, but I've always made a point of not revealing how exactly to get here, as is the case this time. You can figure it out based on the clues, you know, looking at where we are here, but I don't want to give like straightforward directions, just turn here. And it looks like either somebody is in there or somebody forgot to close the door properly, so let's take a look. Nobody in here, all right. I had never noticed that little, what do you call it, portico or something? Whoa. I guess that's another, yeah, door from the outside. Wow. Really cute. All right, time to take a little rest. There's a shady spot up there. We're going to kick back there for a little bit. Might not stick around for the sunset, even though that would be ultimate, but the sun is setting late at this point, so we'll probably head back to Fira out there.